Alright, in this video, we'll be doing some bait finesse fishing with hover strolling. I got a couple of things here to show y'all. I will first talk about this lure here. This is the Lunkerhunt Bento Bait, and this is a 3-inch version. There is a longer one, but we are going to focus on this guy here. And this color here is pretty cool. This is the bait parrot. I love this color. Let me show you this. And I need to go get some more. Running out. Check that out. What I like about hover strolling lures like these is the flash. Okay, yes, the Mylar flash in there is king. Okay, when you actually roll this lure and when you're strolling it and it wobbles, look at that, it creates all that flash. It's very nice. And I'm gonna throw this guy here so y'all can see the weight of this lure. And I always weigh my lures so y'all can figure out what is the best bait finesse setup I should take out. So there you go, 1.6 grams. And for the weight, I'm choosing either Knuckle or Sonar. They're 0.6 grams. You can go up a little bit more depending on the depth of your water, but I'm familiar with my water, so I'm gonna use 1/64 ounce. So let's just throw this guy on here so y'all can see the total weight. Boom, look at that. So I have multiple weights here. I have this guy here, Knuckle. This is a 1/64 ounce, and it looks like 1/64 ounce is around 0.3 grams. That's interesting, 0.28. And then this is a 0.6 from Sonar, tungsten, and it's pretty close. These are the two sizes I usually go for. Okay, the lighter one for my shallow waters, and if I need to fish a little deeper, well, let's go with that guy. But anyway, let's go with the Knuckle. I like to fish the lighter ones. Okay, so that's so far 2 grams. And then we're gonna use the area hook from Decoy, Jiggy. This is a barbless hook, by the way. Area hook for area trout fishing. So if you want to do some hover strolling for your area trout, do it, because it's actually a really good technique. Size 4 hook is really nice for some of the stock trout, those farm raised trout. But let me give you a closer look of this hook. There's a little bit of texture here on the side, but it doesn't really hold anything. It's for those people who want to tie their own stuff, and having a little ridge actually makes your thread stays on a little better. That's at least what I believe. But you know what? When it comes to hover strolling, get some super glue. It really works well. But anyway, let's rig this bad boy up. I'm gonna show you how I rig this, and then we're gonna go fishing. All right. So you take this guy right here, and what you always want to do when you hover stroll is you don't want to put the hook in the middle of your lure. That's bad. Plus, there's Mylar there, which is bad. But this hook here is barbless, so it wouldn't rip it. The key of doing hover strolling is that you gotta have it close as possible to the top. And then the weight, you put it in the front, or a little lower, or in between. The weight is all up to you depending on your waters and your fishing style, right? But if you have the hook hooked on the top, further back, not right here, because typical jig heads is right there, right? You put it further back and pretty high, and the weight is either in the front or below. It causes the lure to roll a little bit more when you jiggle it, and when you cast it out and you do nothing, well, the lure does nothing really. You reel it very slow and it does nothing. And that's the finesse beauty of this rig. And if you drop down slack line, and depending on your positioning of your weight, it may spiral down like a tube bait. So it's pretty cool. So figure it out. Figure what's your fair way to fish it, and go at it. Because there's so many ways to fish the hover strolling rig. Like there's mid strolling, there's pendulating. There's so many ways to fish it. Just try it. They're all fun to explore, and this is my first time really exploring this on YouTube. I tried it before in the past, and I just did not like using this because, well, I call it the hover stolen rig, and there's a reason why I call it the hover stolen rig. It gets stolen by pickerels all the time. It's like the presentation is so great that the pickerels just take it, okay? But anyway, that's how you rig the hook, right on top. What you could do is back it out a little bit or forward, whichever way you want. I'll slap a little bit of glue on, and it really stays on a lot longer. If you don't need to play around with your plastics, right? Like re-rigging every single time, that means you spend more time casting, retrieving, and focusing on catching fish. So that's why I like to put a little bit of super glue. And note that there's a lot of different type of plastic out there, okay? And I'll show some of y'all some plastic, but hover strolling is getting so popular these days. People are too focused on using anything, right? But I'm telling you, these type of plastic with the Mylar, and some flash on the side, they actually shine better, pun intended, right? Than using any old plastic. And then here we go. We take this one right here and put it right here. And what you could do too, if you know where you want it, and that's exactly where I want it, you dab it just a little bit glue right at the lip right there. Just a little bit's enough. And then you want to shove this in. And just remember to remove the weight and the hook before you change lures. And yeah, I got super glue on my finger now. As you see, the weight kind of warped the front a little bit, and it's okay because when you actually retrieve it a little bit in the water very slowly, that non-perfection actually causes it to roll a little bit more. Okay, so it's okay. And then the total weight now, 2.16. So I could be using either a light tackle rod or an ultralight tackle rod. But usually I carry a light tackle rod because potentially I may use the heavier weights. Anyway, let's get out there and do some fishing. All right, we got some crazy wind conditions now picking up, and my boat motor here, the Bixby, it doesn't seem like it's running out of juice. I'm supposed to deplete it a couple times, drain it completely, and yeah, I've been using like 1 speed, 2 speed, and 3 speed all day. I tried a few times max speed just to get across the lake, but I have not budged one freaking LED light. It's okay. But the good news is, by going around the lake so many times, I already kind of figured out where the fish are at today, and they kind of hugged in certain areas because they're staging before they get into the the later fall transition. This is like the early fall transition. They stage between the mid lake and the main lake, and I'm gonna try to coax some of these fish out with hover strolling technique, and I'm using the Lunkerhunt Bento. I got some rigging stuff, which you already saw in the beginning of the video. Let's try to get some fish over there. I'm watching my side structure scan right now. I do see some fish right here, so I'm gonna cast it right there. And there's many ways to fish the hover rig, and one of the ways to fish it is just let it sink on a slack line. And there's a fish right there. Oh yeah. Got a crappie. Look at that. And this is barbless hook, by the way. The area trap from Decoy. Okay, so let it go. And as you see, there's more fish to my right now. I'm not even gonna stop the video, even though the motorcycle guy is right there, making some crazy noise. I'm just gonna put it out there, just let it fall on slack line. You can put your rod tip up slowly so it pendulates towards you, and hopefully the fish will bite. But once it falls, you reel in some slack line, let it fall again. But yeah, I saw some fish over there a second ago. It could be just bait fish, but I know there's a lot of fish ahead of me. So let me just cast in front instead. But yeah, the technique, very simple. Cast out, lift a little bit, just let it fall, and that's fish right there. That's a nice one. That is a nice one. See that? Hover strolling for some slabs. The bento. Let's go. I love the barbless hook. Just pop it out, off it goes. All right. So, as you saw, it's pretty effective, huh? So let's turn this whole vessel around, and let's find a less windier cove, or at least I'll go up the lake a little bit and drift myself back, because you cannot fight the wind when you want to use this technique. You gotta have a light lure, lightweight, so it sinks down slow. You want it to, kind of glide around. You want to pendulate the lure back to you. So if it's going too quick, the wind's blowing your vessel, or using your motor too quick, it's not a good technique. You might as well use a jig, a heavier jig, and just, swim your lure. But yeah, it's a finesse presentation, light line, slack line fishing. So watch your line, or, put your rod tip a little high so you get a little tension with the line, and feel for the bite. All right, watch this. This is the area where the lakes meet. Oh, that's fish right there already. See, you just cast it out there and catch so much fish. That's a big slab. Holy moly. Holy moly. This is a monster. Look at that, they want that minnow. All right, off it goes. And I think there's so many over there, because I'm watching the fish finder.
right? I'm just cast it out there and watch, it should get striked pretty quick because when I cast it earlier, I just let it fall and it got hit. Oh, there's a fish right there. Wow. That's another one, and this time it's about the same size. Same size. Dude, I could do a live stream very quick and just rack up some views. Wouldn't that be crazy, huh? In fact, I should just do a picture, a thumbnail, so I could do so, because I think it's a good opportunity. I haven't done a live stream with a lot of folks lately, so let's go. Here we go. There's a huge school right there. Huge school. Yeah, the wind is not making it easy for me. This lure is going down super slow, so I gotta slow down. Here, watch. Slow down. I should get some bites now. That's a fish. Oh! Oh, the pickerel. See, there's another reason why I don't use the hover strolling rig in New Jersey, because it's called hover strolling for a reason. Those pickerels just love this freaking rig. So now I gotta put another one together. So BRB, I'm gonna try a different plastic this time. All right, just to show y'all what I'm doing here, since I am fishing this quick, and I noticed I got this packet wet. So this is the Yum FF Sonar Minnow. This is a natural shad, and this is approximately 3 inches. Doesn't say, but it looks like 3 inches to me. If anything, it's 2.5 inch. Okay, so I have a B vibe here that's 2 inch. I can show y'all. See that? And this guy is slightly longer than that. I think it's it got to be 3 inch. Okay. Anyway, I'm gonna rig it up. I got this right here, area hook, Decoy, Jiggy, barbless, and I got this 0.6 grams. I might need a little bit more because it seems like the wind is going crazy, but it's all about lightweight. So I'm gonna try it and see how it goes. All right, so I just caught a nice white perch hovering, but I was not filming. Ran out of batteries. It happens, but I did put it on, what do you call that? A reel, you know, short, YouTube shorts. So y'all will see that catch. But I am nailing these big guys, so I'm happy. Look at that. Whee! Slapping it up. All right, off he goes. So there's a bunch of slabs right behind me, so I'm gonna start the motor. Oh, got a fish already. Like, I just cast it out there, let it slowly hover back to me, and this time I got a big bluegill. I mean, he took the whole thing. The whole thing. That is epic. That is epic. Hover strolling for how many species so far? I mean, the pickerels can't count because they stole my rig, right? But it's doing it. All right, off it goes. Double check the hook. Everything's good. The weight's still there. That's fish. Oh, came off. Lift it up, fall back down. Oh, got a fish this time. Dude, that is a nice one. Dude, that is more than a nice one. This is like a citation. This hover strolling for a monster. Holy crap. Holy crap. Oh my gosh. All right, off you go. This is truly a monster. Dude, so epic. Dude, the crappies here is so big. That's a fish. Oh, come on. That's fish right there. This is so much fun. This is insane. This is insane. I'm catching so many crappies hover strolling. Oh my gosh. This is a fun new BFS technique for me. But yeah, the pickerels, they love it too. So let's see how much money I'll burn throughout the season, because I'll be hover strolling.
Hover strolling, super fun until it's hover stolen. But I have to say, this technique is amazing. So that was basically mid-fall, and the fish were pretty much congregated right around mid-lake and main lake where it kind of meets. That's a good transitional area for fish eventually go to the main lake later on the season. And sometimes it's on fire, sometimes not. But when you put this lure in front of those fish, they just want it, okay? It's the finesse presentation, sometimes less is better. And the slow falling weight, just cast it out there, let it pendulate back to you, or you just mid-stroll it, just slow roll it, slow as possible, and add a little bit of shakes to your hover strolling, and whew, you'll catch fish. Hey, but anyway, you'll see me do a lot more hover strolling this fall into winter and potentially winter, early winter if it doesn't freeze early. And then, of course, you'll see me do it late winter into spring. Very fun technique. And by the way, you should check out Bait Finesse Empires. Bait Finesse Empire have a lot of hover strolling weights, some hooks, and some plastic. And I'll feature some of those plastic very soon. Anyway, thank you all for watching. The fish don't wait. Catch you all on the next episode.